Welcome back to Just Scribble for an unboxing and share of the Faded Chronicle Undated planners. Although I have been following the Faded Chronicle for a little while on Instagram, this is actually my first time to order from them. I had seen that they were launching standard traveler's notebook size undated planners, and I decided to order some so I would have some additional planner options for my standard TN. So I placed a pre-order for their undated planner, and they have arrived, and I thought we would check them out together. So these are the planners. I actually ordered 2 books, so there are 2 here. And then this is the little card and the sticker sheets that came with it. So here we have a card with a quote on it. This beautiful floral print says they were established in 2019, the Faded Chronicle. And then on the back it has a little thank you, their website, their email, their Instagram, their YouTube. And I will put all of that in the description box down below. And then I got 2 planner sticker sheets. I have days of the week and dates on some washi paper. So I got 2 sticker sheets. And then these are the 2 books that I ordered. I think I ordered them in the same color, both of them. They came in these really pretty dust bags. They're very nice. They're like a nice heavy canvas. And then I did order clear covers with them. So this is the clear cover. It seems to be a nice weight. It has 2 card pockets and then your slip pocket. And then on this side, 2 card pockets and then your slip pocket. So that's the clear cover. And then this is the undated planner. And then in this little bag, I have the same thing, a clear cover and another one of the undated planners. So I'm not going to open up and take everything out of the second bag because they are identical. But we are going to open this up and check it out. So I did order this in the chocolate fondant cover. Oh, it's really nice. It's super buttery smooth. It has no texture, but it has the appearance of texture. It looks like a piece of leather that has pull up. It's really pretty with the beautiful swirls of brown. And it's super soft. It says the Chronicle Notebook Undated Edition on the front, the Chronicle Notebook on the side, and then designed by Faded Chronicle on the back. It's super soft and flexible, which you guys know I love because my planners and notebooks are the same way. Let's see. It does lay flat. Let's check out the layout. So you have white end papers. And then the first opening page, the one that's kind of attached to the end paper, says the Chronicle Notebook, Faded Chronicle. It has a little flower there. And then when you turn the page, it does have a dated spread in here, even though this is undated. I've noticed that other planner shops do that as well. They'll add a dated yearly overview, even though the planner itself is undated. I personally would prefer that this was blank or grid because I can tip in or add a yearly overview if I want. But because this is dated, I feel like I really need to use this in 2025 or otherwise I have to cover up these pages. So I'd rather have them be blank and I could use them for word of the year or a vision board, whatever I want, or I could print and add a tip in of a yearly calendar, whatever year I decide to use the planner. But it does have a yearly overview, so it has 6 months on the left page and 6 months on the right page, and then it has lines at the bottom where you can make notes or you could do some sort of a color coding. The font is a pretty gray color. When you turn the page, you have another sort of yearly overview type page that you could use for habit trackers, pre-planning, whatever it is that you want. Once again, this is dated. I would have rather this have been undated so that I could set it up and use it whenever I want. Of course, I can cover it up or repurpose it, but I do find it odd when the entire planner is undated or the main meat of the planner is undated, but these overview pages are dated. But I knew that when I pre-ordered, so this isn't a surprise. It's just not something that I would have chosen to do in an undated planner. It does have a little bit similar setup to my planners. On my pre-planning page, it has a space for a date and then a space for you to write what's on that date. And so you could color code your dates and then put the color code here. You could write payday, holiday, things like that. And so you could do like a dot coding system, or you could write the dates of the month that have important events, and then you could put the event. So people's birthdays, anniversaries, and things like that. And then you have a grid box that you could use for additional things. So you could put your goals for the month, you could add other events for the month, you could put a photo for the month, a sticker for the month, whatever it is that you want. And so you have 3 months on each page. So you have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. Then when you turn the page, you have a blank grid page here, and then you have an inbox page here. It has a segregated column here that says completed at the top, and then a blank section, and then 4 little header sections over here. So you could categorize these, you could use these for action steps, whatever it is that you want, but it does have an inbox. One thing I do appreciate about this planner is that the grid is dark, so it's really easy to see. After that, you go into your monthly spread. So it's an undated monthly. You have 4 columns across each page. So you can decide if you want your sidebar on the left or your sidebar on the right. And then you can do Monday through Sunday, Sunday through Saturday, however it is that you need to date your planner. And then you can date it. It has a place for goals at the top, things to remember, and then a blank grid section here that you could use for the name of the month. You could use this for washi. You could use this for notes, whatever it is that you wanted. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 weeks down, so you have enough weeks to cover if your month has 6 weeks or if it runs into the 6th week. And then when you turn the page from the monthly, you go straight into your weeklies. At the top, it has an important section with a place to check off everything as you do the important things that you have for that week. It has a place for your appointments, the date of the appointment, and then a checkbox to mark the appointments. And then it has your weekly layout here. So it has a place for all 7 days of the week. And once again, you could start with Sunday or Monday or whatever works for you. And then the box down here is designated as upcoming. So you can use that for next week events, or you can cover that up and use it for something else. So you have important, appointments, your days of the week, and then upcoming. And then on the right-hand side, you have a budget tracker, so you have a place for your expenses, the date, your expense, and the amount. Then you have a task list section in a 2-column format with a place to check off that you did your tasks. And then you have a notes section. When you turn the page, you have grid pages. So you have 4 grid pages after your weeklies. So you don't have a day per page, but you have 4 blank grid pages that you can use for dailies, notes, collections, whatever it is that you want. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you go into the next week. And then once again, your 4 grid pages, and then the next week, and so on, until you get to the end of the month. Then you have a grid page, another inbox. So these inboxes occur every month. So you have an inbox for every month. Then you have your monthly in the same format. You go into your weeklies with your blank grid pages, your next week, and so on. So the entire book goes through in that same format. And if I remember correctly, it covers 6 months. I think that's why I bought 2 books, 6 months for this book and 6 months for the other book. And then after all of the monthly, weekly, and blank grid pages that you could use for dailies, it does have habit trackers built into the back. So it has the month, so you can indicate the month. It has your habit, your goal, and then the dates for the month, so you can keep track of your habits. And it has 2 months per page, and it actually gives you 8 months worth. So you have 2, 4, 6, 8 months worth of habit tracking. And then you have grid pages in the back. I don't remember off the top of my head how many grid pages there are, but I will put that right here, and I will also put all the details of this Undated planner down in the description box as well. And then after your blank grid pages that you can use for collections, daily overflows, whatever it is that you need, you have a contact list in the back with a place for the name, phone number, email, and address of some important contacts in your life. So you have a place for 12 contacts. And then on the very last page, it has a personal info section and an emergency contact section, then your end papers, and then the back of the planner. I thought this was a really unique layout for a planner. I haven't seen a lot of planners that have a monthly index built in at the front of the month, and there aren't a lot of bound books where the weekly has space for your weekly, as well as your expenses, your tasks, and notes. So I thought this was a really good layout for an on-the-go extension planner, a sort of companion planner to your main planner. So for me, I carry a planner with me out and about, and when I go to work, it would be a really good setup because there's monthlies built in, the weeklies have function built into them, there's habit trackers, and then there's space every day for lists and to-dos on the grid pages. And then our main planner stays home, so I can use this as an extension planner and then come home and transcribe anything that I need. So I thought it was a really nice layout. It's a very functional planner, I think. The only thing I think is a little bit odd personally is that these pages here are dated in an undated planner. But like I said, I can cover that up if I decide not to use these in 2025, or I decide only to use one of them for part of the year for 2025. I can definitely redate these dated pages, and then I can use like the bulk of the planner anytime that I want. So I did buy 2 of these to have as an option for my EDC in 2025. I won't be setting this up and using this in 2024, but I will most likely use this at some point during 2025. I don't know that this would be my only EDC on the go kind of companion planner option in 2025. This year I've been changing up my planner pretty much every month, the one that I carry with me, just to try out different sizes and styles and layouts and brands and things like that. It's been a lot of fun to change it up and to be able to adjust what I'm carrying based on the season. Like summer, I need something different than when school's in session, etc. And so I think I will probably do something similar in 2025. I may not change it as frequently, but I do think I will probably change up my on-the-go or everyday carry option. And I think that this is a really good option for me for that. And I love the fact that it is bundled just because it makes it much more efficient. That way I only have to work in one section of the planner to get to my monthlies and my weeklies and my dailies or my to-do lists. And I don't have to flip back and forth all the time. So I really like that feature of this planner. But that's my quick little share. I just wanted to show these to you guys. I didn't know if you guys knew that the Faded Chronicle had come out with planners, undated planners. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Walk you through the planner. They do have clear covers, like I said. So they have clear covers. They come in the beautiful dust bag. And then you get sticker kits that you can use to get started dating your planner. But that's my unboxing and share of the undated planner from the Faded Chronicle. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to put them down below and I will definitely get back with you. Give me a thumbs up if you like this share. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss future videos. And don't forget to just scribble.